A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, set in Victorian London, 1843, opens by confirming the death of Jacob Marley, Scrooge's former business partner, establishing the story's tone of moral reckoning and supernatural intervention. Ebenezer Scrooge is introduced as a miserly, cold-hearted man who detests charity, social warmth, and festive cheer. His disdain is shown through his refusal to donate to the poor and his begrudging interactions with his underpaid clerk, Bob Cratchit. Scrooge's harsh treatment of others emphasizes his emotional isolation, particularly his cruelty toward Bob Cratchit, whom he forces to work in the bitter cold, and his dismissive response to his nephew Fred's repeated invitations to Christmas dinner. Dickens uses these moments to contrast Scrooge's greed with the generosity and community spirit. Associated with the holiday on Christmas Eve, Scrooge returns home to a chilling supernatural encounter. Marley's ghost appears, wrapped in chains forged from a lifetime of selfishness. Marley warns that Scrooge is headed toward the same torment unless he changes, and foretells the arrival of 3 spirits who will guide Scrooge toward redemption. The ghost of Christmas past appears, illuminating Scrooge's emotional history, beginning with his lonely childhood in a boarding school. The spirit shows happier moments as well, his apprenticeship under the jovial Fezziwig and his early engagement to Belle. But Belle eventually breaks off the engagement when Scrooge's growing obsession with wealth eclipses his capacity for love. These scenes highlight how emotional neglect and fear of poverty harden Scrooge into the man he has become. The ghost of Christmas Present reveals the human impact of Scrooge's miserliness, particularly within the Cratchit household. Despite their poverty, the Cratchits celebrate Christmas with warmth and togetherness. Tiny Tim, Bob's frail but kind-hearted son, becomes the moral center of this vision. The spirit warns that if nothing changes, Tiny Tim will die in indictment of Scrooge's indifference to suffering. The ghost of Christmas yet to come confronts Scrooge with a bleak future marked by apathy toward his own death. Thieves casually pick through his belongings, and no one mourns him. The spirit also shows the Cratchits grieving Tiny Tim's death. Finally, Scrooge sees his own neglected gravestone, a stark symbol of the emptiness of a life lived without compassion. Terrified and transformed, Scrooge awakens on Christmas morning with joy, realizing he has a second chance. He donates generously, surprises the Cratchits with a feast, and attends Fred's Christmas celebration, reclaiming human connection. The story ends with Scrooge becoming a benefactor to Tiny Tim, who survives and thrives. Scrooge embraces a life defined by generosity, community, and moral renewal, embodying Dickens's assertion that it is never too late to change.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos.